This is the Bob and Mike cast.
Where each week we're going to get into some crazy topics, so listen in.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bob and Mike cast with Realtors Bob and Mike.
Hey, bye.
What's up, man?
It's been a minute.
It has. Finally, 2024. I mean, I know we're in February, but
we've been busy.
First cast of 2024.
Yeah.
And lots of things to talk about. Maybe not.
Well, I know my blood pressure is at like 1,000,000. Like it was way up here. Well, you drove in here today. You see what's going on.
You're talking about the drive-in?
Yeah, man. Cars on the side of the road, people waving. How about all of these? I want to say individuals. That's a nice way to use
individuals,
it. Individuals wearing slippers while they're stuck on the side of the road
in the slush.
Well, at this point, we saw it was snowing like crazy, right?
Yes.
So, it came down pretty good. I think we got like 4 or 5 inches or whatever here, but
4 or 5.
Just think about it, though. Every time there's any snow,
yes,
disasters begin, right? And this was one of those things that the snow didn't start until after the day began, right? So it wasn't like in the morning.
Forget how to drive in the snow.
I just don't get it. After so many years, I just still don't get that.
Now you're talking about snow. I want to get back to the slippers.
Yeah, so people are on the side of the road, stuck. They're in the ditch. They're out, talking on their phones.
Yeah.
And they don't have a coat on. They're wearing a sweatshirt with a hoodie.
It's
wearing slippers with pajamas.
A relaxed dress code now these days in this country. Have you noticed that?
I don't get it.
You go to bed. You wake up and whatever you wear to bed, you just go out in the world.
Worse is when you get back home.
Yes.
You go back to bed.
Yeah. So you can just basically wear the same thing
all day.
All purpose.
It's gross.
Okay. And so you don't do that?
I'm not into it.
You don't do that? You don't just
No, I'm not into it.
Up and roll
I gotta
out
be honest, I'm not into it. I can't understand. Okay. I can't understand how you would want to get out of bed in your pajamas, take off into the world in your pajamas, but not just your pajamas. I'm going to bring my slippers with me.
So comfort is the number one goal.
It's not even a shoe. It's a slipper.
It's a shoe. Was a slipper a shoe? You can wear outside, I guess.
Listen, man, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? So
I can see a slip on, but not an actual funny, fuzzy bunny slipper with foo-foo stuff on it, and you're in the slush wet. The slipper is destroyed or has absorbed all the water. They're not waterproof.
No. So, and the point of a slipper, stop me if I'm wrong.
I don't want to stop you. But you're not wrong.
The point of a slipper is when you get in your house, right? You don't want to drag
into something.
Outside stuff, germs, whatever you're tracking through the outside,
no germs
into your house, right? So you change your outside shoes,
to
your inside shoes, right?
Makes total sense.
So now we're just wearing them all everywhere. Nonstop.
Slippers are not waterproof, period. I think you wear the shoe appropriate to the condition, right?
Well,
if it's snowing outside, a boot or something that might have some water resistance might make sense. High heels, slippers, those type of things, flip-flops, not smart. Tennis shoe, not even smart, right? Because they absorb water. I don't know.
Do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, but probably
we were young ones
20 years ago, something like that. Used to put the businessmen used to put, they called them rubbers on the bottom of their dress shoes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So you put I haven't seen those. Those haven't come back. Those haven't really come back.
I don't think they're called rubbers, but I know what you're talking about.
No, they are.
They do cover everything.
They were called. That's what they were called, right?
I don't think that's what they're called. They're slip-on.
Well,
they were made out of rubber. Yes, they were black.
So yeah, but I think that's what they were called.
Galoshes, right?
No, they're called rubbers.
Were they?
Yeah, you can buy men's dress rubbers.
Well, hey, there you go. You can still buy rubbers for your shoes. I don't have any, but yes, that would make total sense on a day like today.
I have not seen those. I have not seen anyone. I think you should bring those back. I think you should put those over your dress shoes.
I'm not doing it. I don't like that stuff. It ruins your shoe.
Does it? Well, they're made to protect. They protect you from the
But
salt,
they're made out
snow.
of rubber.
Yeah, you put them over your dress
It's
shoe.
abrasive. You slide a nice dress shoe in there. You're rubbing the side of your dress shoes.
Then you take it to the cobbler.
Yeah,
right.
We just buy new shoes now.
Well, yeah.
See that's why people did it in the old days. You needed shoes to last.
Well, apparently people are still doing it because they're for sale. You can get them on Amazon.
Clearly, you just checked it out, man.
Yeah,
This is a confirmation
they
that rubbers
are
still sold.
Are they? So they considered vintage, like retro?
I think it's more about.
I think they're going to make a comeback at some point.
Well, they might. Look at these Stanley mugs. I mean, those things took off like crazy.
I know.
They just did a whole report on this thing, which was nuts. I mean, good for them, but wow.
Do you have a Stanley mug?
I do not. I do not, but my daughter does, and my wife does, and it's just funny. Yeti came out, was a big thing. You obviously.
I'm still working on my Yeti. Yes,
but I mean, they just made the basically same concept in a different form with the Stanley, and it just went nuts.
It just caught on. Yeah.
Yeah. They got that crazy February one for Valentine's Day. That's what the report was about.
At Target, right?
Yeah.
They sold out at Target.
It went nuts. Yeah. And people were, crazy. And this is what, problem is you get a day like today on a day like that where it hits the store. So I think people slamming into everybody. They're all outside in their flip-flops and slippers.
See, you go there.
No hat on their head. Like I tell my kids all the time that. Go outside, wear a jacket, wear your shoes.
Oh, my kids don't wear jackets.
Yeah.
No winter jackets.
No.
We stopped buying them winter jackets. They just refuse to
They don't wear them.
Yeah.
And then you get the whole, well, we don't have lockers at school. What do you mean? I walked into that school. There's lockers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no one uses it. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes total sense.
Yeah, everything's in the backpack.
Yeah. Let's have a locker and not use the locker.
Yeah. So
that's what we do.
You could show up there. You wouldn't have any place to put your rubbers.
Yeah. Your hat? Wear those to school anyway.
Yeah.
You get caught on these rubbers. And
galoshes.
Why don't you bring those
Are
back?
galoshes the same as... That's different. That's the full...
That's the full
You wear
boot.
that all day.
And you leave them unclipped so the metal brackets clang all over the place. Yeah, those are galoshes.
So galoshes and boots are different.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Or is galoshes considered a boot?
I think it's considered a boot.
Yeah?
I think so.
You think so?
Maybe.
Can you verify that? You 100% on that?
I don't want to fact check.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I don't care. I don't really care that much.
You don't care anyway.
I don't care. So yeah, roads.
So slip and slided.
Slippery.
They're in the side of the roads. Kids are smashing into stuff. And it's not even kids, guys. I'm telling you. These are 40-year-old men and women that were on the side of the road wearing pajamas on their way to or from work. And I just don't get it.
I guess if you're working from home, you really don't need to.
But even if you work from home, don't you want to get up, get dressed, and just kind of... I know how I feel like if I'm in my pajamas all day, like I'm relaxed. It's a day where I'm not doing a whole lot.
Not getting the work
I'm
mentality.
Not going outside to cut the grass in my pajamas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is what we're dealing with now. I mean, there's got to be a revolt on this because it's confusing. You know, we've intermixed bedtime with living. I don't know how we get away from that now.
Whatever.
That's just saying.
If I've noticed that I wear more sweatpants to go out than I did like the first 30.
I'm sorry, guys. That was where I have to just.
Whoa.
I'm allergic to this shit. Start talking about this, and it's making me. I'm twitching. Look, my eyes twitching.
Oh man!
What do you mean?
You're wearing. Give it a second. So Bob just. Oh, there we go.
I don't saw me.
Go that way. Go that way. Sneeze over there.
Sorry, guys. I had a little sneeze session there.
We had to cut away for a little bit. Bob had about 4 sneezes.
Wow. Man, oh man.
Everywhere.
Something got kicked up in here.
Knocking stuff over. You don't sneeze quietly, do you? You just let it go. I know you're a loud person, but yeah, your sneeze is just
thunderous. I know.
It's just you're not holding back. You're not trying to tame
I
that
can't.
thing.
If I held that back, do you know what that would do to my inside? You see the force that. Just sneezing into my elbow is already a chore.
I feel like you have a routine where you have to get into it.
Yeah, I like to give. I like to give things my all.
Give 110%. Give it that old try.
If I'm gonna sneeze, I'm sneezing all the way.
Yeah, you let it go. You let it
Not
fly.
letting it go into the mic was the impressive part.
Yeah, yeah.
Because normally I have no control. Just I have no.
It just happens.
It just happens.
So
it's horrible.
So you did
horrible.
4 sneezes there.
Yeah.
I feel like normally they're either 1 or 3.
We're counting.
I'm just saying, not you personally. I feel like most people, it's like an odd number.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes you get that first one, and then the second one happens.
Yeah.
And then, okay, the third follows that.
I came with I wanted to.
But then you had 4.
I tried to turn my body.
You did. And I was like, no, that way.
No, turn. And I'm
Go in
like,
that corner.
And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I think you may have stopped the 5th one from coming.
So that would have been odd. It would have been an odd. Okay.
But you kind of, freaked out on me, and I didn't know if I was going to blow it onto your shirt. So,
wow,
that would have ended this whole cast.
Something flew up. I don't know. There must be some dust or something.
Something. I don't know if I was kicking my foot on something, and all of a sudden it went right up my nose.
That was a problem.
That's a problem.
That was a real problem.
We want to talk about problems.
Yes.
So anyway, let's get back to this crazy generation of let's wear slippers. I have done that before.
Pulled something, yeah.
Well,
the way you sneeze, it's an active sneeze. It's not a.
Actually, now I try to really hold my body firm. I'm not limp.
You need to stretch out first. When you feel it coming, you need to start.
I can't. There's no coming. It comes. Like it
just happens.
Like okay. That's why I'm surprised I didn't just sneeze right into the mic. Normally,
it's a good thing.
I have not that much time to react, and this time I did. Thank God.
You felt it coming on. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well.
So back to slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. If that's an expression, great.
What expression?
That's what I mean. Someone explain the expression. I mean,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Is that the fashion expression now? Slippers and pajamas?
I thought you were talking about like an expression.
Like an express, how you express yourself. People get dressed, they express themselves, right?
I think it's
like you said, you go out in pajamas, you're expressing the fact that I want to be laid back, comfy, and maybe non-approachable because you looks like I'm sleepwalking.
I thought you were saying like an expression like, hey, well, we gave our best. One of those types of things, No. Cliches or whatever.
That's not what I was meaning.
Okay.
Your best expression.
You're expressing yourself. Okay.
You're expressing yourself through your clothing.
I think.
Like when someone approaches you wearing wet-ass flip-flops in pajama pants with a sweatshirt hoodie, and they say, I'm stuck on the side of the road, and your response has to be, well, you're clearly not dressed for the situation. And so that's the image I'm trying to portray here. That's what I'm questioning. If you will wear pajamas outside or flip-flops, please, by all means, do it. But wear what's appropriate for the conditions. Like, you should be in overalls and, like, ski pants and boots and driving in those conditions is all I'm at.
Well, you're not.
It's a snowstorm. It's a whiteout, right?
Well,
you're wearing flipping slippers.
You're not walking through it. You're driving through it.
Where'd your car end up? Well, in the ditch.
That was unfortunate.
And you weren't expecting that, were you? And now you're wearing slippers that are soaking ass wet with, your hair and all this stuck in a hoodie. You're freezing to death because your car's not running. You're like, well, I don't know what to do. Well, I know what to do. Get dressed.
I think it's a lack of expression. Or are you expressing yourself by not expressing yourself? Because you're dressing down.
Yeah.
You're not putting on tons of accessories. You're basically.
Sometimes I think when you're dressed like that, you're just non-approachable.
Why?
You
look more relaxed.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You look like you're sleeping. Like when you're sleeping, you don't want to be bothered.
I think you have like one person that you're singling out here that you saw. But I think there's a majority of people that are
listen, we walk around, we know what's going on.
Okay. So this bothers you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You want people to walk around like on an airplane, you want people to wear suits again?
No.
So you want to get to that. If you're
on an airplane wearing sweatpants, right? That makes sense. You want to go, it's comfortable. You don't want people to approach you.
Yeah,
you just want to fly to wherever you're going.
Together with a bunch of people. You don't want to be totally dressed down like a slob. Do you? What?
Well, it's the same conversation I'm having right now.
No.
You left your house. You're driving a car to or from work.
In your own car.
And you're in your pajamas.
You're not taking
in a snowstorm.
You're not taking the subway or a train.
I'm not making a generalized comment. I'm saying specific to snowstorm. Inclement weather.
I think you were talking about generalization.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
you said what's with everybody leaving their house in slippers?
Okay, in general, I think it's overdone, but I don't judge during a normal day. I mean,
it seems like you do.
I'm not.
It seems like you
take it not as a judging.
It seems like you're not happy with the whole slipper fad or whatever you want to call it.
I'm really not. I think it's crazy that you would wear slippers outside when they're not made for.
We've established that.
Yeah.
Some are,
and those you wear, but not in the snow or the rain.
In the snow. I think you can wear whatever you want.
Listen,
if you're comfortable, if you're willing to pay the price of being on the side of the road, going through snow, and
all right, here's a
not
question.
being comfortable,
you're skiing,
then
right? I want you to envision this. You're skiing.
Yeah.
Is it better to wear snow pants or blue jeans when you're skiing?
I used to wear blue jeans.
This is why I'm asking the question. Which one's better?
Snow pants.
Of course. And why are they better? Because they're dry and they're good. They move and all this other stuff, right? You're not carrying wet pants.
Yeah.
So guess what happens? You ski once in blue jeans and you say, this is stupid. It's not what these were made to do.
Well, here's the deal, Bob. Don't fall.
Right. They shouldn't have slipped off the road. I would have never have saw this.
I'm talking about when you ski. When you ski, listen, I know you like to, wipe out.
I ski hard, though.
But, yeah, well.
I go to the edge. I take everything to the edge.
If you stay on your skis and you don't want to fall, then you can wear jeans.
I don't like to look pretty.
You can wear shorts.
No.
You can go out. Yeah, you can have sunglasses instead of the goggles. You can do whatever you want. I just think that you're, maybe you need to get back out there.
I'm just saying, don't wear slippers in a snowstorm. Just like if we were living in Florida and there's a hurricane and you go outside in the middle of a hurricane or you have to get somewhere and take your shirt off like it's a Sunday, and you're wearing
if it's
shorts
the middle of a hurricane,
and flip-flops.
I don't think you're caring.
Well, this is what it looked like out there. You couldn't see anything. It was horrible weather, driving cars. I mean, you have to anticipate that there might be a wreck. Now what do? You don't care. You don't care. I felt bad for these guys. I mean, they clearly were not doing well. It was a group of them, by the way, in a car. They slid off the side of the road. I feel bad for them. All is well. They're safe, I'm sure. But
a group? You saw a group?
A couple kids in a car slid off to the side of the road. Nothing I could do to stop or help them. It was being managed.
I don't think you would have anyway because you were upset about them wearing.
Well, no, not a kid. Slippers. I wouldn't let a kid just sit out there. But I would literally have walked out there, and been the old man in the group to say, "Aren't you guys wearing a coat? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So you got that off your chest.
Sneezes out of me now, finally. I feel like it's passed.
That's good. Whew. That's good. So what's the proper attire? Well, here's the deal. If you're going outside on a hike, then you dress in layers and you have the big coat.
Do you do it in your slippers?
But what I do.
Do you do it in your slippers?
No, of course not.
Okay.
That's all. But I don't also wear, boots for just going, if I'm going to a store or somewhere. I'm wearing a
slippers. You're gonna wear slippers.
Coat.
You want to wear fancy slippers with a smiley face on?
Of course not.
No.
But I'm wearing something not as warm as I would if I were planning on being outside for a while. So if you're driving, you're not expecting to be outside for a while. Not expecting to be on the side of the road.
Okay. I agree. This storm came out of nowhere. This particular circumstance,
and everyone forgets how to drive.
Kids forgot, and they forget how to drive because that's what happens as soon as snow starts flying. I get all that, but what I'm saying is, it's winter, so it is usually cold. Now there are crazy days where it's warm.
Well,
and I guess that would be overdressed, and you should layer and layer down. That's
you're in
correct.
A temperature-controlled car. You're not worried about the outside temperature.
Okay. What happens if your heater stops in your house? What do? You have heaters, you get blankets out, all these other things, right? Because the house is prepared for the heat to go away in some facet.
Now, are you wearing hat, gloves, and a coat just in case the heat goes out in your house?
But it's in my closet. It's in my closet, and I'm ready for it.
Okay.
So in your house, you're prepared, but when you're in your car, you're not.
Well, who's to say they didn't have boots and...
Well, I saw them. They clearly didn't, and they were all pretty much soaked wet at the time because I think they probably even tried to get the car out themselves originally. It kind of looks that way. Anyway, my point being is just wear boots. It's snowing outside. Put a jacket on. Okay. It probably would have helped you. No? You don't care.
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. If you're willing to pay the price... then you wear what you want.
All right.
That's all.
It's just you have that.
There's consequences. That's how you learn consequences, right? Things happen, and you have to deal with the consequences.
All right.
Right?
I'm with you. Fair enough.
You don't go there and say, hey, take some blankets and stuff because, you messed up. Did you?
No.
Did you drop off stuff
No,
for them?
I did not.
Okay, well.
Like I said, I was way past the point of being able to add anything to the situation. So
no humanitarian of the year award coming to you.
This is just my driving in. You want to do this. I have to come up with something to talk about. Literally, the one thing on my mind was that last visual where I kept saying, well, why would I mean, how do you diffuse something like this? Be prepared,
Yeah.
Okay. You're prepared. Yeah, I saw you. You wear your rain jacket and shit when you come in.
I wear a rain. Yeah, I wear it when it's raining. I wear a rain jacket
because it's smart. And you wear boots when it's snowing.
I do. And you wear rubbers when it's
I don't.
Slushy.
I don't. I try not to. I wear boots. And I hate having to wear dress shoes on crappy days. I mean, I think we all do because of you need rubbers or they get ruined.
Well, I have waterproof dress boots. Prepared.
For winter.
For winter, yes.
Thank you.
There you go. I don't think
argument settled. Thank you. I just wanted you to admit to everyone you were prepared for these types of conditions.
I'm always prepared.
Okay, well that's what I'm trying to get at. You're prepared. I'm prepared. That's common sense.
You're upset that they weren't prepared.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm prepared. I'm mad that they are not prepared for this type of stuff.
That's all needs to be said.
That's it.
Okay. All right, everyone.
That's it.
That's it. Have a great day.
You too. If you enjoy the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. We appreciate your feedback and support. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes packed with valuable insights you don't want to miss.